So Joe and I were connected late in 2017. We got introduced by a mutual friend when we were just starting to explore how could we leverage blockchain technology for the Atari movie and using tokenization as part of the financing strategy for that. And Joe and I immediately hit it off and had a great rapport, great chemistry. And we just happened to be there when everything started to go down with not just them, but everyone in the industry basically getting subpoenas from the SEC or notices they were under investigation. To me, it was like there was obviously something going on. There was some sort of coordinated effort. And I felt like there was a story that was worth telling. And I felt also like there was a story that was not being told about the whole, world of cryptocurrency and the entrepreneurs behind it. And I felt like there was a misconception where everyone was looking at Bitcoin and crypto like it was only something that was used by criminals, people on the fringe, and people who lacked credibility. And what I was seeing was something very different on the front lines. I was seeing people like Joe, who were people with amazing credentials, amazing experience. Joe worked for the government as a software architect. He's worked at Disney. He's worked at a number of other companies, including Coinbase, Overstock, a bunch of companies. And Joe is a really accomplished software architect, and his vision for what he was looking to do with the technology was really interesting. But even more interesting to me as a filmmaker was him being the face of a different side of crypto that people just didn't imagine. Like most people imagine Eastern European hackers in the dark web, sending Bitcoin for drugs or whatever. And the reality is, in what I've learned in my travels through the world of crypto, is that there's people of all walks of life are in this movement to build a better, more decentralized world. That's white, Black, Hispanic, men, women, and there's more and more women coming into the space. I think that's a trend that's been shifting over the last 2 years, at least what I've been seeing in the space is it seems like more women starting to come in. I felt like Joe's story is unique that, here's a guy from middle America, Dodge City, Kansas, seasoned entrepreneur and software architect that, again, has worked for huge corporations and the US government. And here he's still getting messed with by regulators in the US. And again, I know the regulators are doing their part and they think they're doing what's right, for the most part, but that doesn't change the outcome. That doesn't change the effect of their actions. The effect of their actions is what they effectively did is they slowed down innovation in the United States. And they've allowed other countries like China and others to basically leap ahead in the race to define who is going to dominate the blockchain for the next 50 and 100 years. And for those of us, I think, who are aware in the movement, we understand the implications of that. The implications of it are, profound for the future of humanity, because the next version of the internet will be built with value programmed into it, with money programmed into it. So, and it's not to say that one system will dominate completely over the whole planet, but it certainly is a very critical moment to establish what systems are going to power the future, money systems of humanity, and what are the values that are imbued into those systems. And so when I looked at Joe, to me, that was a big part of it, is just putting a different face on crypto, a human face on the story behind cryptocurrency. And I felt like Joe, as a family man, as a former government worker, was a perfect story to bring people as a through line to come into the world and see that there are people behind these companies, behind these various cryptocurrencies. There are real entrepreneurs, most of them with very good intentions. They're working hard to build technology that they feel is going to be beneficial to humanity and to the world. And that is the story that we're getting out with open source money. And Joe and Dragon Chain are the perfect company to be that through line story that takes us through that.